U18.
Face off to the stick side of Wylet. Clark in the face off for the Buccaneers. McKinney with the face off for Team USA. 16:21 of the first period. Buccaneers out shooting Team USA 2-1. Buccaneers win the face off. They draw it to Theo Kiss. Theo Kiss sends it to the blue line, not able to get it out. Jason after Buick. Buick picks it up off the inboard, sent over to the far side to Keevan. Back and forth it goes. Team USA off to the left-hand side. Buccaneers pick it up in behind their own goaltender. Clark over to Kiss. Kiss back to Clark. Clark stays on sides, fires a shot, save. Slavic with a big save for Team USA. Nice shot by Clark. And that's going to be icing on Team USA. 15:46 left of the first period, 0-0 hockey game.
Murtaugh tried to beat Kroll there for the icing. Kroll just kind of muscles him off. But these U18 forwards already, just from watching the first few minutes of this, they're fast. It's a fast-paced game that's been back and forth. They're speedy. I know we talked about that when we played Waterloo on Tuesday. And you got to watch out, as we saw when the Bucks played Waterloo, Jate getting in through the defense. Just watch out for those fast forwards.
Team USA wins the faceoff all the way up through the neutral zone. Sent on the near side. In behind Wylet, circles back around. Off the half boards. Allstead in there trying to dig it out. You're all right. Back up through center ice. Curtin with it now right through the Buccaneer logo. Stays on side. Centering pass over to Zielinski. Taken away by Team USA. Long pass to the opposite side. Team USA up through the neutral zone. Down into the Buccaneers defensive side of the ice. Peppenberg off the half boards. Tried to clear it out. Not able to do it. Zielinski in there too. Team USA picks it up in behind Wylet. Putting the pressure on his Peppenberg. Peppenberg to Kernan. Back to Birchill. Birchill sets up. Nice pass up to Allstead. Allstead with it now right-hand side. Fires it down and deep. Played to the near side by Kernan. Kernan in the left-hand circle. Back to Thorpe. Fires it towards net. Team USA picks it off. Phillips picks it off for Team USA. Sent over to the far side by the Buccaneers. Dyer comes up with it off the half boards. Sent to the far side. Now up to Keevan. Keevan tried to get in behind the defenseman. Almost did. Circles back around to the right-hand side. Dyer leaves it there for Kiss. Back down in deep. Clark has it in behind the Team USA net. Fires a shot. Just goes wide. Keevan on the near side. Now here comes Team USA up out of the zone. Moran has it. Fires it. Never made it to the net. Thorpe gets a piece of it. Kept in at the blue line by Team USA. Now it trickles free. Back out to the neutral zone. Back in it goes. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Nelson looking for it in front of Wylet. Gets a piece of it. Wylet with the big save. I think Nelson got a tip on that. Here comes the Buccaneers up out of the zone. Delayed offsides on Team USA. Over to play it is Dyer. Dyer has it for the Bucks across the blue line. Leaves it there for Clark. Birchill in there to help out. Fires a shot. Never made it to the net. Played on the near side. The Buccaneers are buzzing, Eliza. They are moving out there tonight.
Both teams have been moving pretty quick, as well as, of course, we get a whistle.
We get a whistle as soon as we say that. But, yeah, we got somebody got taken down.
I wonder if we'll see another penalty for flopping.
Yeah, diving. We got that diving.
That didn't look. Buick just gave him a shove. He fell down, lost an edge. Nothing more than that. Just had a poke at. It's a little fun from Tuesday night's game if you missed it. But, Buick was in it a little bit after the last whistle with O'Neill. And this whistle, it's a shove. We come together. I wonder if it'll shape out to be a chippy game. And I know when you see a team only once, I wouldn't expect it to really be that much of a chippy game, but you never know.
Dresky with the faceoff for the Buccaneers. Wins the faceoff, but draws it all the way down into the Team USA defensive side of the ice. Team USA picks it up off the end boards. All the way up through center ice. Across the blue line. Yadreski comes up with it on the takeaway. He backhands it in. Slavic leaves it there on the near side. Stewart gets a piece of it for Team USA all the way up in the air, almost went on the Team USA bench, sent back over to Peppenberg. Peppenberg turns and burns to bring it back the other way. He's going to leave it there at the blue line. Ardrusky with it, fires it in deep, right-hand side. Across the blue line, the opposite direction, down on the Bucks' defensive side of the ice. Team USA steering pass right up top. Phillips with it, fires it down net, saved by Weilet, and
Phillips just he shoved down Grosscloss after the whistle.
Grossloss shaking his head, and he's asking.
You know, Phillips 6'6", 227, a big defenseman. Well, and you know, Grosscloss isn't afraid. We saw him fight someone way bigger than him back when Youngstown came to town. So, big defenseman there, and Phillips for the U18s.
Belladonna with the faceoff for the Buccaneers. Cole McKinney with the faceoff for Team USA. Buccaneers win the faceoff. They draw it in behind Weilet. Birchill with it over to the far side. Grossloss off the half boards. Up to Priskalov. Sent over to the far side. Peppenberg comes up with it. Sends it all the way down in deep. Gets a shot on net. Slavik with the save. Phillips plays it in the right-hand corner. Team USA controlling the puck down their defensive side of the ice. Buccaneers come up with it, though. Deladonna, as soon as I say that, Deladonna comes up with it. Couldn't hang on to it, and here comes Team USA all the way up through center ice. Shot on net, saved by Weilet. Back out right-hand circle. Works it around. McKinney has it. Fires it. Shot on net right in the breadbasket of Weilet. And we get a whistle. 11:50 left of the first period. And the Buccaneers take a media timeout.
Talk about a quick first, 8 minutes or so now. And just back and forth, fast hockey. And they're flying out there.
They're flying. They are
going.
flying. Yeah, it's a lot better than Tuesday night when we had, it reminded me of a basketball game out there. A lot of whistles. And Eliza, we were texting back and forth last night. My favorite time of the year, baseball's going on. I'm not a basketball fan, but for basketball fans out there, hockey's going on, basketball's going on, and college hockey's going on. So
Yes,
there's
Frozen
sprint
Four
car
tournament.
racing starting. So it's yeah.
And then with this time of year comes playoffs for the NHL, or I guess all hockey really, and NBA as well. And I'm excited. It's the good time of year. You know, you get college will end. I won't have anything, and it'll just be me and sports really for the whole summer. And I'm excited for that. But
Well, October or September, October, that's a good time of year too, because then you get the NFL in there too, and you get your hockey, your basketball, and all that stuff too. So
everything kicks back up, including the USHL as well.
yeah, we'll be back in
September.
Yep.
It seems like it's a long ways away, but once you get to it, you'll be like, oh man, I can't believe it.
Yeah, summer will go by fast. Face off down to the Buccaneers into the ice. Kernan with the face off for the Buccaneers wins it to Dyer, to Thorpe. Alstead had to duck down because the puck was coming right towards his face. Ricochets are all the way back down. Weilet leaves it there. Buccaneers are going to try it again. Dyer to Thorpe. Up to Kernan. Played on the near side. Alstead sends it down in deep. Slavik leaves it there off the end boards. Slavik in net for Team USA. Sent to the far side up through center ice. Buccaneers forced a turnover all the way back up and then right back out in front. Weilet with the save as Team USA forced the turnover and actually got a shot on net. Weilet with the save again. Team USA, 5 shots on net. The Buccaneers 3. 11:05 of the first period. Played to the near side. Kroll with it all the way up and did not make the Buccaneer bench. It looked like it was going in the Buccaneer bench. Sent over to the far side. Ori plays it for the Buccaneers. Back out through center ice by Team USA. And they chip it all the way back down to the Buccaneer end of the rink. Weilet sends it, wraps it around the board. Played up to the near side to Theo Kiss. Lindbergh. Long pass over to the far side by Team USA. Team USA brings it all the way in. Shot on net. Saved by Weilet on a tic-tac-toe. And Weilet comes up big. A little pushing and shoving after the whistle.
That was a really good stop. He had a stretch. It was a 2-on-1 in close, and he had to move his right to his left, kicked that left pad out. Big stop for Weiland early, and that's 6 shots now for Team USA. And to the Bucks defense, you got to be careful allowing those odd man rushes. I know we've talked about that a lot over the last couple games, as especially out in Omaha. Out in Omaha, there are tons of odd man rushes for and against the Bucks. And if you're the Bucks, be careful. I mentioned earlier, speedy forward, speedy team, and they're not afraid to play physical as well.
Clark with the face-off for the Buccaneers to the glove side of Wylett. Team USA won the face-off. They draw it all the way back out to center ice. Barnett with it for Team USA. Buccaneers pick it off. Clark has it now sent over to the far side. Kept in at the blue line. Buccaneers walk the blue line. Leaves it there for Barron. Shot on net. Saved by Slavic right in the breadbasket of Slavic. And the Buccaneers are going to get offensive face-off. 10-17 of the first.
I was curious to see if the Buccaneers score there, if it would have been offside. That looked close to being offside there, entering the zone. So I'm very curious to see if that would have been called offside had it come back if the Bucks scored there. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter as Slavic got the stop.
Clark with the face-off for the Buccaneers to the stick side of Slavic. Buccaneers win the face-off. Back up to Keevan. Keevan high slot. Fires a shot. Just goes wide of Slavic. Off the right-hand circle. Played on the near side over the stick of Theo Kiss. Back out to center ice it comes. Peppenberg with it for the Buccaneers. He sends it right back in. Schock has it for the Team USA. He chips it up out of the zone. Sent over to the far side. Birchill's going to walk it in across the blue line, and he comes in offsides. That blue line right there gets us every time, Eliza. It seems like we only get offsides going to our left.
We noticed that a lot on Tuesday.
Yes. I don't notice it. We'll have to try to pay attention the second period when we're going the other direction. If we go offsides, going the other direction as much as we do.
I guess it helps as well when you're going left for 2 periods. That it's a little more noticeable.
Yeah. Team USA wins the face-off up through center ice it comes. Buccaneers play it down on their defensive side of the ice. O'Neill sends it up out of the zone by Team USA, and he's going to actually ice at it. 9:38 left of first period, 0-0 hockey game.
We talked about how fast it was going at the first break, and now it's only been, 2 minutes played, and it feels like it's slowed down a little bit. A lot more whistles.
Kernan with the face-off for the Buccaneers to the glove side. Slavic. Mutrine with the face-off for Team USA. Buccaneers win the face-off and get a shot on that. Slavic with the save.
Well, for everyone that didn't see on the social media this past few days, Yaroslav Brizgalov, he committed to Merrimack College
I did see
this
that.
past week. So that's honestly a big accomplishment for him. We'd like to congratulate him on committing to Merrimack.
Eliza, I'll tell you at the next break, the big social media news today that's in auto racing. I'll tell you that in a second. I know you're interested. All the way down in the Buccaneer and the rank, Kernan with it in behind his own goaltender. Nice hit by Kernan. Or he's in there too. Back up to the blue line. Phillips plays it. Keeps it in for Team USA. Hard hit by Kernan again. Oh, Kernan got taken down. No call. Kernan laid out the hit, and he got cross-checked hard into the board. Team USA comes right back up with it. Barnett with it for Team USA. Sent over to the far side, up through the neutral zone. Sent all the way down into the Buccaneer into the ring. Or he chasing after it. Sent over to the right-hand side. Burchill in there. Did he get in off the half boards? To the far side. Ardreski with it. Ardreski all the way up. Across the blue line. Leaves it there for Burchill. Right out front. Tipped in front. And just went wide. Slavic. Team USA off the near boards.
I liked the vision on that. Moran backdoor, tried to tap it in.
Sent over to the far side, all the way down on the Buccaneers defensive side or offensive side of the ice. Team USA brings it up through center ice, left hand side. Drop pass back. Nobody there except for Owen Dyer. Owen Dyer is going to retrieve that puck and sends it back in deep. Icing waved off, got tipped at center ice. 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Team USA with 6 shots on net. The Buccaneers with 4. Right out front. Shot just went wide of Weilet. Back out to center ice it comes. Through the neutral zone. Played on the near side. And that puck goes up into the Buccaneer bench. Racing news tonight. Donnie Schatz, sprint car driver for the World Outlaws, 11-time champion. About 6-7 years ago, he went from Chevy to put a Ford motor in. He has not done the same since. Racing-wise, he's not getting the wins. He dropped Ford today and put a Chevy back in a sprint car. That is sprint car news today. I know you're excited. For Ford people out there, they're not happy about it. But for Chevy fans, and hopefully Donnie Schatz does well tonight, we're watching. So, and we'll talk about sprint cars next Friday night, April 4th. Knoxville Raceway is coming here to the Buccaneer Arena, and they're going to have a sprint car out front. Ryan Giles is going to bring a sprint car right out front. So I know there's some Buccaneer fans that have never seen a sprint car like Eliza. And there is some sprint car fans that have never been to a Buccaneer game. So I think it's a good tie together. Should be a good night. Fun night with Knoxville Raceway coming here. Shot on net, saved by Weilet. Sent over to the far side. Back out through the neutral zone. Picked off. Here comes the Buccaneers. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Keevan with it to the far side. Couldn't catch up to the puck. Just got a little bit ahead of him. Couldn't pick up that speed to get the final push away from him. All the way up through center line. Home run pass back the other way. Shot towards net. Just went wide of Weilet. And that was Team USA trying to get in behind our defenseman. Couldn't do it. Here comes Keevan back the other way. 3-on-1, 3-on-2 coming back the other way. Keevan with it. Up to Theo Kiss. Score! Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah. Theo Kiss with the first goal of the evening, assisted by Keevan. And the Buccaneers make it a 1-0 hockey game, 6:32 of the first period. And that all started from our defensive side of the ice.
And that started with Ori on
on
Gallant, actually. Gallant showing the speed, and Ori some good defense. Maybe had an extra hand, maybe a little bit of a hold in there or slash on the stick on the hand. Nonetheless, great defensive play by him. Wraps back around the Bucks with numbers come up. And like you said, Keevan to Kiss. And that's another game with another point for Kiss after returning from injury. He's been solid for the Buccaneers since. He had a goal on Tuesday for the Buccaneers. He gets a goal tonight.
Kernan will get the puck off the face-off, sent over to the far side. Right out in front, fires a shot. Alstead with a shot on net, saved by Slavic. Here comes Team USA back up through center ice. Dyer plays it in behind his own goaltender. Played off the inboards over to Thorpe. Thorpe has it now to the far side. Theo Kiss getting announced here right now. Again, Keevan with the first. Yep. Eliza, you got it right. Second assist, Ori for sure. Laid on the near side. Team USA comes up with it off the half boards. Morey with it for Team USA. Right up through center ice. Sent to the far side. Yardreski with it. Off the inboards. Hard hit. Back up through center ice comes Team USA coming back the other direction. 2-on-1 coming back. Fires a shot just over the head of Weilet. Might have got a shoulder on it. Buccaneers bring it up out of the zone. Back down in the Buccaneers offensive side of the ice. Centering pass just in front of Birchill. Almost at a tic-tac-toe there. Fast-paced game here. Team USA back the other way. 3-on-2 coming back. Birchill fires a shot on that goal. Off the rebound, Team USA puts it in. Weilet makes the save and left it there in the blue paint. And Team USA, number 18, is going to get the goal. L.J. Mooney.
Yeah, just Weilet not able to pick up the puck that was in front of him. It was a 3-on-2 rush for the U18s. And Weilet makes the initial stop. And I was expecting him to try to get his glove down, try to glove the puck. Not able to, off the rebound. U18s tie it up. Not that long after the Buccaneers open up the scoring.
Deladonna with the face-off win over to the near side. Priskaloff sends it down in deep. Sent over to the far side by Team USA up through the neutral zone. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Mooney with the assist on that.
Yeah, Birdchild was one with the goal.
Yep. Tied up off the inboards in behind Wylett. Deladonna and Dyer in there trying to dig it out. Played on the near side. Team USA gets it out. Off the right-hand corner. Sent down and deep in behind Wylett. Dyer putting the pressure on him. Back out to the blue line. Team USA just about didn't keep that in. Played by Dyer. Dyer with it. 4:12. 4:19 remaining in the period. Back up through center ice it comes. And linesman just got clobbered over to the far side. Gross loss. Ran right into the linesman. Linesman right back up, though. In a little bit of pain, but never like to see that. Played to the far side. Buccaneers with it. Down on the Buccaneers offensive side of the ice. Bettenberg leads it there for Barron to Keevan in the right-hand corner. Played by Clark. Loose puck off the inboards. Back up to Barron. Barron to Theo Kiss. And Team USA able to bring it up through the neutral zone. Picked off. Nice back check by there. Theo Kiss. So leaves it there for Keevan. Back the other direction. Team USA is able to clear it up out of the zone all the way up through center ice. Bracco was able to clear it out for Team USA. Kernan up to Clark. Clark tips it in. Buccaneers making a line change. Alstead chasing after it. Zelensky off the bench. Back out there for the Buccaneers. Sent over to the far side. Off the far boards. Buccaneers come up with across the blue line all the way in. Zelensky tried to get it fired off. Couldn't do it. Got held up just a little bit.
A good defense by Drew Schock there.
Played to the near side. Buccaneers with it off the inboards over to the far side. 2:45 remaining in the first. Back out to center ice. Here comes Team USA across the blue line.
4-on-1.
On the left-hand side. Fires a shot on net. Saved by Wylett. Alstead into the right-hand corner. Nice hard hit. Fires a shot low. And Wylett's going to make the save. 2:26 left in the first period. Knotted up at 1.
Big break there for the Bucks. It was a 4-on-1 for the U18s, and you only have one defender back, and Wylett able to make the initial save there. Comes back, he gets another stop, and U18s have 9 shots on net this far, and that was a big one for Wylett. I don't think you see a 4-on-1 very often.
No, we don't. No. Yeah, Dresky with the face-off for the Buccaneers. Team USA wins the face-off, fires it off the face-off. Shot saved by Wylett. First shot went over the head of Wylett, came off that glass, and we've seen that bad bounce all season long, and it came right out to Team USA right in front of Wylett. But he makes the save on the second shot towards the net. Buccaneers with it now on the near side. Dresky with it. Back up through center ice. Sends all the way down. Slinger with it for the Buccaneers. Try to wrap it around up to Barron. Barron high slot. Cycles back around. Sent to the far side. O'Neill picks it up for Team USA. He sets up in behind his own goaltender. Played on the near side. Now chips up it out of the zone. Icing waved off. 1:41 remaining in the first. Brings it down into the Buccaneers offensive side of the ice. Burchill sends it right back in. It went in and came right back out. Buccaneers had to touch it up. Gross loss on the left-hand corner. Team USA on the right-hand corner brings it up through center ice. Nice back check there by Buccaneers. Deladonna with it. Deladonna over to Priskaloff. Priskaloff's going to walk it in. Went to fire it. Popped over his stick. Team USA, dangerous pass right in front of their own goaltender all the way up through center ice. Through the Buccaneer logo. Got guys all around the Buccaneers goaltender Wylett. Never did take the pass. Buccaneers with it now up through center ice. Ori with it. Under 1 minute remaining in the period. Puck goes all the way down on the Team USA defensive side of the ice. Buccaneers making a line change. Thorpe, Kiss, Keevan, Dyer, And Clark out there for the Buccaneers. Here comes the Buccaneers, left-hand side. Theo Kiss with the only goal of the night for the Buccaneers, sent to the far side. Clark with it off the inboards to Keevan. Keevan trying to work it from the backside. Down below the goal line, played by Clark. Clark up to Thorpe. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Sent to the far side to Keevan. Keevan's working it top side to the far side to Clark. Picked off by Team USA. And here comes Team USA up through center ice, left-hand side. Down into the Buccaneer in the rink. Shot on net, saved by Weilet. And after one period of play, it's the Buccaneers 1, Team USA 1. Shots on net for that period, 11 for Team USA, 6 for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, one goal apiece. Bucks at 13-28. Theo Kiss from Keevan and Ori kicked us off, but yeah, like I said, didn't take too long for U18 to respond. Just over a minute later, Michael Burchild from LJ Mooney tied things up, and that brings us to where we are now, 1-1 after one.
All right, got some scores from around the league there, Eliza?
Yeah, let's do it. Scores around the league is for both these teams. Points matter. So for Youngstown, it's on top of Fargo 3-1. About 4 minutes left in the second period. Madison scored 3 goals in the second period so far. They're up 4-1 on Muskegon now. About 6 minutes left in the second. What's 1-1 here? The U17s are down 2-0 in Cedar Rapids. Tri-City and Omaha tied at 0 halfway through the first. Waterloo on top of Sioux Falls 1-0. About 7 minutes left in the first period. And that's the scoreboard around the league as of now.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and be back with second period action in about 16 minutes. Thanks for listening to Des Moines Buccaneer Hockey.
If you're just joining us, Bucks and U18s tied 1-1 after one here in West Des Moines. But once again, like to welcome in everybody that is listening to tonight's broadcast. And 1-1 after one, like I just mentioned, no penalties so far in the first period. And funny enough, for the Buccaneers, the last time they had a game where they saw penalties of any kind in the first period would have been March 14th against Dubuque, and that was a Dubuque penalty. So I got a little curious, and I was like, well, when is the last time the Bucks took a penalty in the first period? That would be March 8th. 20 days ago was the last time the Bucks took a penalty in the first period. To be fair, they've only played, 4 games since then. This is their 5th, but still, 5 games now with no penalty taken by the Bucks in the first period just shows good discipline by them. And obviously, there's always some things that, could technically be a penalty that the referees let slide, and that's perfectly okay with that. I like to see the referees let them play. And the first period, no penalties. We'll see what the second and third brings. It could be the complete opposite. There could be a line brawl for all I know. But that's what the trend is after the first period. Once again, I know just before we left for break, we looked at the scoreboard around the USHL. Not much has changed. We'll look at that a little bit later. But Buccaneers, I guess the game I'll look at for all the Bucks fans listening, Omaha and Tri-City, because the Bucks need Tri-City to drop as many games as possible. The Bucks need to win as many games as possible. That one is 0-0 with 2 minutes left in the first period. The Rapids on top of the U17s for all the USA hockey fans listening. And the U18s head to Waterloo tomorrow to play the Blackhawks. The Buccaneers just played them this last Tuesday. Buccaneers head to Lincoln for a tough matchup against the Stars, the league leader in points. Next weekend, the Bucks, only one game. They host the Rough Riders. April 4th, next Friday. Ticket stop, buckshockey.com. Come out, support the Buccaneers. The Dupaco Cowboy Cup matchup. And when Cedar Rapids have come to town, we've had some pretty good games. The less than Cedar Rapids this year was a 2-1 overtime win. Steven to Clark in OT. And that was a phenomenal game. So I'm excited to see what that game brings. We got to get through this one here. 1 minute until puck drops here in West Des Moines at the Recplex. Well, I know I was talking about the penalty minutes earlier and how it's been a while since the Bucks have taken first few penalty minutes, and the Bucks have the least penalty minutes in the USHL actually with 619. The next closest is Omaha, 662. So that's a solid chunk there between.
So Omaha has the second least penalties.
Yeah.
Well, hats off both these teams. Two teams. Omaha's definitely out of the playoffs. Buccaneers struggling to get out of the playoffs, and usually when you have bottom feeders on that bottom, their penalty minutes are sky high. But hats off to the Buccaneers and especially Omaha Lancers. They've had every reason in the book to throw the gloves and have a lot of penalties up there. But when we were over there, ourselves thought it was pretty clean game. Frank, for the announcer for the Lions, laughing here. He thought every time the Buccaneers touched the puck, it was a penalty, but I thought it was a pretty clean game.
Also, the Buccaneers haven't had too many fights or 5-minute majors and a 10-minute misconduct run on. I feel like that definitely does skew a lot of things if you get a fight or a 5-minute plus the 10. But Bucks have been relatively clean this year when it comes to that category.
Plays just underway here. Team USA wearing their white jerseys going to your left on the screen. The Buccaneers wearing their blue jerseys going to your right on the screen. Buccaneers won the face-off, but it went all the way back down to the Buccaneers' defense side of the ice. Up out of the zone, it comes to Theo Kiss. Theo Kiss with the only goal of the evening for the Buccaneers. Sent over to the far side. Andrew Clark off the half boards. Team USA picks it back up. Laid on the near side. Even throws it towards the referee. Just about took the referee's head out. I would not want that job being a referee or a linesman out there.
And head on a swivel.
He head on the swivel at all times. Thorpe sends it to the far side, over to the off the boards as Theo Kiss up through the neutral zone. Team USA comes in offsides. And we got two players tied up, slid all the way to the far boards, tied up together. It was Andrew Clark and number 7 for the
Kwasnica.
Team USA.
Yeah, Kwasnica Clark are just getting tangled up
Tangled
there.
up.
We've seen that a couple times tonight. There's been some bodies flying around. I know down in where Weilet was last period, one of the U18s slid into him, and I saw a couple flipping bodies, and I wonder, a little fresh sheet of ice out there. It slipped a little bit. Ice is slippery, to be fair.
Team USA picks it up in behind their own goaltender, played on the near side. Kernan sets up, keeps it in at the blue line, or he does. Sent down in deep, right-hand side. Kernan in there with a hard hit. Off the half boards, Team USA comes up with it. Sent all the way down, icing waved off. Weilet sends it to the far side to Ori. Ori to Alstead. Ori sets up in behind his own goaltender. Played to the far side to Kernan. Back out in the neutral zone. 18-15 of the second period. Shots on net. Team USA 11 for the Buccaneers 6. Puck goes all the way down on the Buccaneer defensive side of the ice. Played by Pippenberg. Pippenberg off the far board. Sent over to the far side. Team USA keeps it in on the bouncing puck. Off the inboards. Played on the near side. The Buccaneers come up with it. Moran's able to bring it up out of the zone. Played to the near side. Ardreski. Ardreski with it off the half boards. Shot on net. Saved by Team USA. Slavic, 17:37 left in the second period. Changed something altogether here, Liza. Have you seen the soccer field over here on the other side? Did you see it when you walked in today?
No, I did not.
You need to walk over there. They have, I don't know how many. They got a volleyball tournament going on, and they call them courts, I suppose, volleyball courts. There's probably 100 of them over there. It's pretty impressive to see. This Recplex does a nice job. We had women's weightlifting the other day. That was pretty cool to see. Shot on net, save.
Dude, what can't the Recplex hold?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they can't hold a sprint car race in here, I'm sure. Unless it's remote control sprint cars. But, yeah, I don't know. They do a good job here for sure.
Good home for the Bucks this season, too.
Yeah, been a good home for the Buccaneers. And creating new memories here. For sure. Ardreski with the face-off for the Buccaneers. Motrin with the face-off for Team USA. The puck comes free all the way down the Buccaneer into the rink. Icing. We're making up for no whistles in that first period. A lot of whistles here in the second period. 17:23 of the second. Offensive face-off here for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it doesn't have as quick of a start this period as it did last period. Start of last period, their bodies are flying left and right. Good looks, some good chances, nothing much yet.
Clark with the face-off for the Buccaneers to the glove side.
Belladonna is heading down the tunnel right in front of us.
Oh, boy.
He had a little bit of a limp there. I didn't catch anything of what could have happened to him, but he was limping down the tunnel straight in front of us. So, see if we hear any word on him.
Yeah, our team trainer's still on the bench, so maybe not nothing too serious, or he would have been down there too. Nick would have been down there with him. Played to the far side. Theo Kiss with it up through the neutral zone. Keevan comes up with it one-on-one, coming back the other way. Fires a shot, blocked in front. Phillips got a stick on it and got a pad on it and sent it to the far side. Fires a shot again by Thorpe. And the puck comes free all the way up through center ice, all the way down on the Buccaneer into the rink. Back to play to Dyer. Dyer circles back around, played to the left-hand side. Theo Kiss comes up with it right through center ice, down into the Buccaneer offensive side of the ice. Team USA, Phillips picks it up in behind the goal line, leaves it there on the near side. Team USA up out of trying to bring it up out of the zone. Grosloff picks it off, centering pass right out front. Priskov, score! Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah. Priskov puts it on the far side top shelf where Grandma has a good old scotch. And the Buccaneers make it a 2-1, 16:28 left in the second.
It's that line again. It's the Brizgala, Grosskloth line. Deladonna was on that line. He just went down the tunnel. But those two have had some good chemistry as of recent, and Brizgala created that. Well, Grosskloth, he entered the offensive zone, and, it was a little bit of a puck battle between Brizgala and one of the defenders for the U18s, and he lifted the stick, grabbed possession, fired it far post and in, and gave the Bucks the lead. And Brizgalov, he has been solid as of recent for the Bucks, and I wonder if Grosskloth will get the primary assist on that or not. And he has also been phenomenal for the Bucks as of recent as well.
Buccaneers with it down on their offensive side. They also, it's Alstead in behind Slavic, played to the far side. Team USA is able to bring it up out of the zone. Played to the near side. Back up through center ice. Team USA across the blue line. Right-hand side. Fires a shot, goal. And boy, how the heck did that go? And he shot it wide, and Weilet didn't even hardly move. And just like we did after the first goal for the Buccaneers, about 45 seconds later, Team USA makes it a 2-2 hockey game. Just an innocent shot from the right-hand side, and goes far side, stick side on Weilet.
Gallant, I believe, is the one. He was at the front of the celebration line.
And I think Weilet would like that one back. I thought it was going to go wide of the net. It just barely made it in. And heard that thud on the bottom pad of the net.
That was from distance as well. I wonder if, anyone touched it in front, if it changed direction at all. But that was a shot from distance.
Moving over to the near side. Pittenberg plays it on the right-hand side.
Yeah, just looking at it, it was a shot from distance, and bodies just lined up perfectly in front of Weilet, went through the pads and in.
Must have got it screened a little bit.
He did. About 4 or 5 bodies in front of him.
Buccaneers with it down on their defensive side of the ice. Team USA sets up in behind Weilet. Played on the near side. Shot on net. Weilet with the save. Comes the Buccaneers up out of the zone. Moran sends it all the way down. Sent to the far side. Slinger picks it up off the far boards. Team USA brings it forward. Up out of the zone. 2 bodies go down. Moran got tripped up. He's going to head right to the bench. Grosskloth out there for the Buccaneers. Still looking for Deladonna on the bench. Have not seen him come back out unless I've missed it. Nick, our trainer, is definitely not down there with him, so we'll see what's going on with him. See if he comes back out into the play. Played at the blue line. The Buccaneers come in offsides. 14:45 of the second period. Tied up at 2.
Yeah, the U18 goal hasn't been officially announced, but it's showing up as Gallant unassisted as of now for that goal. And Grosskloth with the only assist on the Brizgalov goal. So Grosskloth set that up. Brizgalov got the goal. And to be exact, it was 34 seconds after the Bucks scored that Gallant got the goal. And once again, I know we've talked about it all season long, just quick responses by opposing teams, and it happened twice tonight.
Team USA with it across the blue line, up through the Buccaneer, into the Buccaneer. Ooh, that one just about got past Weilet, too. Same shot, kind of from the opposite side of the ice. Just trickled wide of Weilet. Here comes the Buccaneers. Grosskloth with it on the right-hand side. Phillips chips it up out of the zone for Team USA, up through the neutral zone. Across the blue line, right-hand side. Tries to get it around Ori, does. Buccaneers pick it up, though, on the near side. Brizgalov with it. Hard hit. Brizgalov comes in with a hard hit on Shuck. Back up through center. Nice shot on net. Goal. And after the hard hit he took on the near side, number 5 comes right back in the zone. Had something to prove there and gets one by Weilet, and Team USA up 3-2.
Yeah, I was shocked. You mentioned he took the hard Brizgalov hit. Comes right back into the play. He finds himself all alone right there in the high slot. Just fires it past Weilet, and that's another goal for USA. And that also came relatively quick after the first goal this period that Gallant scored for the U18s. And now the U18s have the first lead of the night, 3-2.
Clark with the faceoff for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers win the face-off played on the near side. Back to the far side, right down front, shot, backhanded save, backhanded shot, backhanded save by Weilet. 13:46 left in the second.
And that's a big timely save. If that goes by, then all of a sudden 3 unanswered in just a few minutes span there for U18. Big save by Weilet to try to keep the Bucks in this thing. I mean, still plenty of time, of course, but you don't want the momentum if you're the Bucks to start swinging the U18's way. And I would already say momentum's gone their way after 2 quick goals.
Clark with the faceoff for the Buccaneers. Team USA wins the faceoff. They draw back to the backside. Dyer's able to chip it off the high glass. Keevan trying to clear it out, and he does. Gets it up through the neutral zone. Clark comes up with it. Up to Keevan. Keevan with it, trying to get a shot off. Going to wrap it around in behind Team USA goaltender, but Keevan stays with it to the right-hand side. Keevan still with it. Leaves it there for Theo Kiss. Theo Kiss with 1 goal already tonight. Leaves it there for Dyer. Dyer fires a shot on net. Saved by Slavic. 13:13 left in the second period.
Great work by Keevan there, and he's so speedy for the Buccaneers. A quick player. Just makes that all by himself. Just goes from, it felt like he did a full loop around the offensive zone, dropped it off. Dyer gets the shot at the end there before the whistle blew. Some traffic in front, but Slavic tracked that one pretty easily.
Kernan with the face-off to the glove side. Slavic, Team USA wins the face-offs. Kernan spills it right back. Alstead in the right-hand corner. He gets knocked down. Trying to dig it out. Alstead and Dyer, or Kernan in there. Bettenberg in there too. Zielinski on the inboards. 12:56 left in the second period. Team USA walks it forward on the left-hand side, up through center ice, down into the Buccaneer in the rink. Barron chasing after it off the inboard. Shot on net, saved by Weilet. Bettenberg digs it out in behind his own cage. All the way back up through center ice. Bettenberg comes up with it. Zielinski on the right-hand side. Sent over to the far side. Team USA comes up with it, sends it all the way down. That should be icing. On Team USA, offensive faceoff here for the Buccaneers. 12:23 left in the second period. 3-2 hockey game.
So as it reads right now, Drew Schock scored at the 6:05 mark. Teddy Mutrin with the assist. That Glant goal came at the 4:06 mark. So the Bucks score. Brizgalov gets the goal. About 30 seconds later, Gallant scores, and then 2 minutes after that, Schock gets the goal to give the U18s the lead. So a great surge there by the U18s, but the Bucks now are chasing.
Dardrescu with the faceoff, wins the faceoff, draws it to the inboards. Buick cheating all the way in. Buick came in from the blue line. All the defensemen are in there deep. Kroll all the way down in deep too. No one at the blue line. Everybody's down below the hash marks. Team USA comes up with it in behind their own goaltender. Centering pass out front. No one there. And Team USA clears it out. Back to play it is Buick. Buick sends it down in deep. Sent over to the far side. Buccaneers come up with it off the half board. It's got some room right out in front. Andrew Clark with a shot on net. Slavic with the save. And Team USA comes right back up with it. Across the blue line on the right-hand side. Trying to get around. Dyer fires a shot. Just goes wide of Weilet. Played off the near boards. Clark comes up with it. Played to the near side. Linginger back to Clark. Clark tried to get it. Theo Kiss got picked off. Here comes Team USA. Back the other direction. Right out in front. Shot got deflected up into the protective netting. We get a whistle. 11-11 left in the second. 3-2 hockey game.
Great look for the Bucks. Sealinger with space and time. He could have fired it. Elected to shovel it off to Clark, who is to his right, but unfortunately Clark not able to control the pass, and they don't get a shot off. That was a great opportunity there for the Buccaneers, and I would have liked to see Sealinger rip that one, but Clark had some space of his own, but couldn't control the pass, and Slavic didn't even need to make a save.
Well, Liza, unless I've missed it, I have not seen number 22 back out here on the bench or on the ice. I'm looking down through the jerseys there, the players on the bench, as Coach Curley's talking to him during the media timeout here, but number 22 is not back out on the ice yet.
Yeah, a little concerning. You know, he started the year off on the IR with a wrist injury. He came back. He's performed well for the Buccaneers. He's got on the forecheck. He's played pretty good, and you know, he was limping a little bit. So I'm assuming it was lower body injury. But you do say the front strainer's still on the bench, which is a little strange.
Yeah, that's a little strange. He never did go down the tunnel with him. Have to try to figure out what's going on during intermission here.
And we do hope Deladonna's okay. Yeah.
Face off to the stick side of Wylet. Clark in there for the face off for the Buccaneers. McKinney with the face off. Hopefully you guys heard the announcement there for Team USA on the goals. Liza will check it out here as soon as we get a chance. I was a hard time understanding Andy over there. I'm not sure what he said. Theo Kiss with it to the far side. Team USA fires it towards the net. Never made it. Clark chasing after it. Back up through center ice it comes. Keevan with it to the near side. McKinney picks it off for the Team USA. High slot. Sent over to the far side. McKinney comes right back up with it. Centering pass. Fires a shot on net. Save by Wylet. That might have went in. I bet they take a look at that one.
That hit the crossbar.
It looked like it hit the top corner. I thought the top corner of the net moved. We'll see if they, next whistle, see if the referees even take a look at it. He was quick to say no goal. And the light did not come on from the goal judge, so we'll see. Barron with it back to Kernan, sent over to the far side. Kernan all the way up through the neutral zone. Alstead to the left-hand side. Team USA plays it to the far side. Down into the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice, off the end boards. To the blue line. Yeah, there you go, thank you. Team USA off the end boards, walks it right out in front. Shot on net, saved by Wylet. And Eliza's going to take a look at it over the overhead cam here, and we'll see how close it was.
I already before looking, I don't think it went, and I'm pretty sure it hit the crossbar, but
it's a close one here. We'll put it up on the video replay just for. Ooh, that was, yeah, let's do that.
It hit crossbar.
Yeah, it hit the crossbar. All right, go for it.
It comes in, so it goes top crossbar on the left side. Second here. Tip
wow.
Off the crossbar. It's a good deflection in front, though, by the U18s.
Yeah, good job by the referee. Wave it off right away. Thorpe with it now up through center ice. Goreski up through the neutral zone. Team USA picks it up. Played on the near side. Phillips has it for Team USA. Sends it down in deep. Played on the far side by Thorpe. Moran's in there trying to dig it out with Stewart from Team USA. Dyer off the end boards. Played to the near side. Moran comes up with it. To Dyer. Sent over to Slinger. Slinger across the blue line down on the Buccaneers offensive side of the ice. Team USA is able to clear it out. Back up through center ice. Thorpe back to chase after it. Phillips plays it for Team USA. Sits up in behind his own goaltender. Sent it over to the far side. Up through the center ice. Down on the Buccaneers defensive side of the ice. Dyer off the end boards. Ori's in there too, trying to dig it out. Comes up with it. Moran has it for the Buccaneers. Team USA all the way up through center ice, down into the Buccaneer in the ring. Played to the near side. Dyer catches up to it. Grosloff tried to clear it out, and he does. All the way back out through center ice it comes. Then to the near side. Dyer bats it down. Played by Grosloff. Grosloff across the blue line. Birchill with it. Got some traffic in front. Shot just goes wide of the goaltender. Slavic. And puck comes free all the way up through the neutral zone. 7:50 remaining in the second period. Buick with it for the Buccaneers. Walks it in. Back out through center ice. Child with it. Fires a shot on net. Wylet with the save. Played to the near side. Tiptoes around. Somebody lost a glove out there. The Team USA player lost his glove. Number 7 did. Can't see his name. Fires shot on net. Wylet with the save. 7:22, 7:21 left in the second period. 3-2 hockey game.
Yeah, that whole sequence there started for the U18s because of a miscommunication play by the Buccaneers. I believe it was Buick and Grosskloss. Buick thought Grosskloss would be a little closer to him down the wall. He wasn't. He flipped a back pass, a no-look pass behind him, and Grosskloss was at the right point, not there where you would expect him to be, and that's what the 2-on-1 that Burchard got a good look off happened.
Kernan with the face-off. USA wins the face-off. McKinney was in the face-off there for Team USA. Cycles back around. Team USA controlling the play down the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice. Kernan comes up with it off the end boards. Played by Kernan again, back on the near side. And some lucky fans are going to get a souvenir as puck went right in the stands.
Yeah, the whole time there, Bucks not able to get the puck out of their own zone. Some good forecheck by the U18s to keep the Bucks on their heels, keep them pinned in their zone. As of now, the Bucks only 9 shots on net, 3 this period. One of them did go in, but only 3 shots right now this period for the Bucks.
Phillips plays it for Team USA. Cycles back around, high slot, fires a shot, just goes wide. A Wylet. Played to the near side. Bevenberg with it for the Buccaneers. Morey keeps it in at the blue line for Team USA. Played back on the left-hand corner. Bevenberg plays it. Back out to the blue line. Bounced over the stick of Phillips. Phillips has to retrieve it all the way back down to his defensive side of the ice. Nice hard hit by Alstead off the inboards. Team USA brings it forward up through the neutral zone. Dumps it all the way down and the Buccaneer into the ring. Wylet sends it to the far side. Thorpe chasing after it. Thorpe comes in with a body. Team USA tried to cycle around. Centering pass out front. Broke it up. Up through center ice. Keaton with it now. Across the blue line. Sent over to the far side. Theo Kiss with it. Clark fires it. Shot. Never made it to the net. Back out in front. Team USA sends it all the way down on the Buccaneer into the ring. Thorpe with it. Off the inboards. Played to the near side to Dyer. All the way up through center ice it comes. Almost went into the Buccaneer bench. Sent back down. Buccaneers with it. Wylet pops over his stick. Sends it off in the left-hand corner. Played by Dyer. Played to the near side. Centering pass broken up. Keevan gets a stick on it, and it goes up into the stands again. 5:15 left in the second period, 3-2 hockey game. Well, Eliza, we're going to jinx it here, but we're 35 minutes into the game, and we had no penalties yet.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. I don't know if we got any wood up here. We'll knock on the desk. There's probably wood underneath this formica here, so.
Yeah, no penalties yet. Bucks play a relatively clean game we mentioned earlier. Curious to see how long that'll stay.
Birchchild with the face-off of Team USA. Ardreski with the face-off for the Buccaneers. Team USA wins the face-off. Back to the blue line. Fires a goal from the point. Tipped in front. And Team USA goes up 4-2.
Yeah, Shock with the shot from the point. It gets tipped in front. I believe that's Mikey Burchild, the one that got the tip in front, and that's his second goal of the evening. And that's Shock's second point of the evening, a goal and an assist for him. And just a good tip in front. And you would expect, with all the pressure that was mounting there in the Buck zone for the last however many minutes, it was just bound to go over sometime.
Face-off center ice. Burchill with the face-off for the Buccaneers. Mooney with the face-off for Team USA. Team USA wins the face-off, sends it down into their own defensive side of the ice, sent over to the far side. Off the far boards and up out of the zone it comes. Back to play to Peppenberg. Peppenberg tries to backhand it back in the neutral zone. He gets it to Priskaloff. Down in deep, down in behind the goaltender. Slavic for Team USA. Putting the pressure on Priskaloff. Right out front, shot on net, save. Shot save again. Birchill there. Point blank shot. And Slavic comes up big for Team USA. And the Buccaneers just about got their third goal of the evening. Slavic standing his ground. Bettenberg back to Priskaloff. Priskaloff in behind the cage. Back off the half boards. Barron chips it forward. Team USA, he's able to bring it up out of the zone. Home run pass the opposite direction all the way up to the blue line. Shot just goes wide. A Wilet. 4:07 remaining in the second period. Grosloss with it across the blue line. Tipped up out of the zone by Team USA. Played to the far side. Works it in off the half boards. Now off the end board to Dyer in there with the Buccaneers. Murchild gets the goal and shot with the assist. Buccaneers bring it down on the offensive side of the ice over to Thorpe. Thorpe to Dyer. Moran. Team USA comes up with it. 3:35 remaining in the period. All the way up through center ice, through the neutral zone, across the blue line. Breaking in. Shot saved by Wilet. Back out to the high slot. Curran comes up with it. Kernan 1-on-3 coming back the other way. Shot off the goaltender's knob of his stick and up into the protective netting. Good whistle. 3:14 left in the period.
You know, that good jam chance out in front for the Bucks, and it was once again Brizgalov and Grosskloss, their line, doing all the work again. It's a very good line for the Buccaneers, and the chemistry Brizgalov and Grosskloss have is, you know, it's really shown over the last few games or so. They've been very, very solid. I'm excited to see what they can do together next year. You know, they're good buddies off the ice, I've heard, and on the ice they have some great chemistry, and I like to see that keep building. I like to see them play together. It's looked pretty good so far the last few games.
Puck comes free all the way up through center ice. Kroll chasing after it for the Buccaneers. Spins off the right-hand corner. Kroll with a hard hit. Haven't said his name a whole lot tonight, Kroll. Sent over to the far side. Alstead comes up with it. Back out to the blue line. Kernan with it, right-hand side, down on the Buccaneers' offensive side of the ice. Played off the half boards. Back up to the blue line. Ori with it. Fires a shot, blocked in front. And here comes Team USA up out of the zone with it, right-hand side. Team USA drops it back down on the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice. Walks it all the way in. Shot on net. Stick save for Wilet. Off the inboards. Kernan's able to clear it up out of the zone. Played to the far side. Shock has it for Team USA. He brings it back the other direction. Sends it all the way in and going to get an icing on Team USA. Offensive face-off for the Buccaneers. 2:16 left in the second period. Bucks down by 2.
Yeah, I'd say it's really been all U18 this period. You know,
Yeah.
the Bucks, they've gotten a couple good looks, but
Yep.
for the most part, when you even look at shots, in favor 8-4 U18 in the second period. In total, it's 19-10 in favor of the U18.
Motrin with the face-off for Team USA. Clark with the face-off for the Buccaneers to the glove side of Slavic. Team USA wins the face-off, chips it off the near glass. Buccaneers send it right back in, though. Clark chasing after it, left-hand side, sent to the near side to Keevan. Keevan back up through center ice to Peppenberg. Kiss comes in with a hard hit. Kept in at the blue line by Team USA. Off the half boards. Down on the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice. Backhands it in. Keevan just about picked that one off. He would have been off to the races.
Piepenberg's got a stick.
I don't see a stick laying out there, but evidently it must be in the corner where we can't see it. Buccaneers bring it back to the opposite direction, working it right out in front, intended for Theo Kiss, looking for a second goal of the evening, not able to pull the trigger. Comes Team USA back the other way. Sent down in deep. In behind Wylet. Buccaneers come up with it. Keevan plays it to the right across the blue line. Fires a shot, just goes wide. Slavic. Team USA sends it all the way in. 1 minute remaining in the period. Off the inboards. Team USA comes up with it. McKinney with it for the Team USA. Loose puck. Now off to the far side. Briskalov chasing after it. McKinney comes right back up with it, and he comes in off sides. And Ori put a hard hit on him after the whistle, or about the same time as the whistle.
A good chance for the Bucks down in the offensive zone, but I feel like you see this happen often where maybe a pass too many, or you give up on a shot trying to find a better look. And it happened down to our right, tried to feed over to Kiss, but by the time he got the pass out, there was the lane was clogged up right in front of him for a clean shot.
McKinney with the face-off win for Team USA. Keeps it down in deep, down on the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice. Off the far boards. Briskalov in there trying to dig it out. Top of the left-hand, right-hand circle. Shot on net. Wylet with the save. Wylet with another save. Shot save again. And Wylet with about 3 or 4 shaves in there. Team USA trying to extend the lead for sure. Shot on net, save again. Wylet hangs on to it, pushing, shoving. We might get our first penalties of the evening with 8.7 seconds remaining in the second period.
Buick and McKinney, where it started in front of the net. McKinney gave a shove to Buick, and Buick kept shoving him back. And after the whistle, Buick went right down on top of McKinney, and that's what kind of started the scrum. And I think that's Buick down there right now, helmetless.
I don't think we're getting any penalties out of it.
Just a little bit pushing and shoving.
A little push and shove, a little disagreement.
It happens.
Hey, when I pulled in, nice warm day out back here. Both these teams are out there kicking soccer ball together.
Even they're good. They're all friends.
Yeah,
outside, and even Ben Keevan, he played a few games with the U18s back in November against the CHL prospects. So they know each other, and even before a game, some of the U18s in their tunnel across the ice from us haven't a little poking some fun at some of the Bucks players on the bench that were down. They were just having like a pregame, having some fun with each other. They're all friends off the ice, but on the ice, you wouldn't be able to tell that. I know we always talk about that.
Yeah. Head coach for Team USA is having a nice discussion with the referees.
Not sure what about. Now, the other referee goes over to Matt Curley, and he's asking, he's like, hey.
They probably both want a penalty there.
You could always make a case for a penalty, like a cross-check or removing the opponent's helmet. That was Kazari that was talking to Greg Moore, head coach of U18.
Kernan with the face-off for the Buccaneers with 7 seconds remaining in the period. And offsides it goes, and they're not going to get much of a puck drop here.
0.8 seconds left.
Yep.
And it's going to be, puck's going to go down, and it's going to, here it'll be over. And I don't know if the shot is even going to get off here, but as it looks like it'll stand, it'll be 3 unanswered goals by the U18s here in the second period, 3 straight after Briskalov opened up the scoring.
Kernan with the face-off, and I'm surprised Team USA didn't pull their goalie on this.
I know, I was thinking that too. Sometimes you see, if you have about a second or so, you see the other team pull their goalie, try to get the extra skater out there for a good look.
Moore with the face-off for Team USA with Kernan, and Thorpe a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Linesman's going to get in between them.
Yeah, Kernan gave a little shove after the whistle fell. Some tension's boiling
Yeah.
a little bit after that scrum with
Well,
about a
but-
second left, down to our left.
Well, the Buccaneers come out strong in that first period. Not as strong in that second period as they're down by 2.
Yeah, once again, it started off. Brzgalov kick scoring off 3.5 minutes in. Grosscross with the only assist on that. And then 30 seconds later, Richard Gallant from Jack Murtaugh tied the game up at 2. And then 2 minutes after the Gallant goal, Drew Schock, the 4th from Teddy Mutrin, gave the U18s their first lead of the game. And Michael Burchild added on to that lead. His second goal of the night from Drew Schock, who picked up his second point of the night. And that brings us where we are now, 4-2 U18s after 2 shots in favor of U18s, 20-10. And in that second period, they were in favor of the U18s at 9-4. No penalties after
Can you believe that?
2 periods.
No
There's
penalties.
some scrums, but nothing called in.
The scorekeeper and the penalty box guys are loving this. How about some scores around the league, and then we'll sign off here, take a quick break
Yeah,
after this. And
scores around the league. Let's look at the league scoreboard, out-of-town scoreboard. Youngstown, just updating for
Wow.
my eyes.
Wow.
6-1 on top of Fargo. It was 5-1. I open it up, refresh. It goes up to 6. 6-1 on top of Fargo with about 3 minutes left. That game is going to be well over. Madison on top of Muskegon, 5-2 on the road. About 7 minutes left in that game. U18's on top 4-2 here in West Des Moines. U17 down 4-0 to Cedar Rapids in Cedar Rapids. Storm and Lancers 0-0 halfway through the game, just past halfway. And then the Blackhawks and Stampede in Waterloo are tied at 2. 6 minutes left in the second.
all right, Eliza and Tony's going to sign off here. Be back in about 16 minutes with third period action. Thanks for listening to Buccaneer Hockey on YouTube and watching on Flow.
3.5 minutes until the final period of regulation between the U18s and Buccaneers will start. Once again, my name is Elijah Gallagher. I have Tony Scott alongside with me here, and rough period for the Buccaneers. I know it looked promising for the Bucs. They started the period off 3.5 minutes in with a lead, a 2-1 lead, before 3 unanswered goals by the U18s. Gallant, Schock, and then Burchild each scored for them, giving the U18s a 4-2 lead heading into the second intermission. Buccaneers need a bit of a comeback in them if they want to have any chance at getting back into this one. About 2:45 remaining. Tony and I spent a bit of time looking to see if we could see what happened to Della Donna.
Yep.
We're both curious. It happened seemingly out of nowhere, and from what we saw, I mean,
Yeah, unless it was
way back before.
but we watched him come off the bench, take a face off. It looked like he was kind of stretching that leg out a little bit before the face off, but definitely after the face off, he didn't.
There's nothing.
No hit,
contact,
no nothing.
No falling over. It was just normal,
Yeah.
Cycling around the offensive zone. And we watched him from when he got off the bench to when he went back to the bench. And no contact, nothing. I hope it's not a no contact injury, because those tend to be pretty serious. And yeah, I don't know what happened.
I had no idea.
So Nick Payton never went down down with him to the tunnel. So we'll keep an eye out for Della Donna when the Bucs exit their tunnel in just a second. But it was a lower body injury, and I guess he's questionable right now until we see him back out on the ice.
He's coming back out. Buccaneers back in action next Friday night, April 4th. 7 o'clock face-off. Knoxville Raceway night here.
You're excited for that one.
And Confluence Brewery, I understand. Excited for both of those. All right, see if we can see in the low light here, see if number 22 comes back out on the ice for the Buccaneers. Don't see him quite yet. Nope.
No Della Donna to start off the third period. I hope he's okay, and I guess we'll probably figure out more after the game ends once we progress throughout the next day or so. The Bucs do play tomorrow in Lincoln, so I wonder if Della Donna will be in the lineup tomorrow. I wonder who's gonna slot in for him if he has to miss the game due to an injury. The Bucs already have Grant Harper on the back end, who is out dealing with an injury. He missed the Tuesday game against Waterloo. He's missing tonight. And we'll see if he's back in the lineup tomorrow. So I guess that could create some problems for the Buccaneers if one of their best lines as of recent has to have one of their players out due to injury.
Buccaneers wearing their blue jerseys going to your left on the screen. Final period of regulation.
And I wonder if things are going to boil over. At the end of the second period makes you wonder.
McKinney with the face-off for Team USA. Clark with the face-off for the Buccaneers. On the front side for the Buccaneers, Keevan and Theo Kiss. On the backside, Dyer and Thorpe. Buccaneers bring it all the way down. A little wet ice here. A lot warmer in here today than it is previously in the games. And I'm not complaining. I love it. My feet aren't frozen. But the ice is water having a tough time to set up out there.
I usually think about putting my coat back on, but right now it does feel a little warmer in here. I wonder if that has any effect on, we talked about earlier, you see some slipping and falling, some bodies coming together on the ice there, but I wonder if any correlation with that.
Buccaneers win the faceoff. Back to Theo Kiss, shot up over the head and score! Yeah, baby, yeah! And I have talked about that off the board so many times. And I've seen that over in Dubuque a long time ago during the playoffs for the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers shoot it from the top of the circle, went off the top high side of the glass, off the back of the net, off the goalie, and into the net.
Kiss with a big old smile on his face. He is like, how did that happen? And you've talked about it so much. I've been waiting for it to happen, and it took a matter of time, but that is exactly what the Bucks want. 14 seconds into the period, cut the deficit down to 1. So now it's much more doable for the Bucks, and how crazy is that?
Well, how crazy. We're going to hopefully be able to bring this up and get might be a good shot from behind the net there to see this really good. So, but anyway, I've talked about that quite a few times, and we'll see the assist on here. Ben, 13 goal of the
Clark
season.
with the assist, I believe. It should be off the face-off.
Kiss with the goal. Andrew Clark with the assist.
He's on a 3-game point streak now. He has now 5 points in his last 3 games, including tonight.
Buccaneers bring it within 1, sent over to the far side. We need that one there. We needed a freebie, per se, maybe, kind of.
No chance for Slavic. You're not expecting that to happen.
Heck no. And yes, we have talked about it a lot. That crazy bounce off the boards, especially to our left. And I think we were going to pay attention to the offsides on that second period. I didn't notice too many offsides. I don't remember seeing any of the offsides that second period for the Buccaneers.
Oh, big hit by Brizgalov.
Brizgalov with a big hit. Grosshoff shot on that shot. Score! Yeah, baby, yeah. The Buccaneers making a 4-4 hockey game. Keaton Ori with the goal. And Brizgalov with the hit
Take it
here.
back to that hit. Yaroslav Brizgalov. He has been absolutely outstanding these last couple games. Gets a goal for the Bucks tonight. A massive hit on Birdchild right there in front of us at the logo. Creates the play. Ori with the wide open net. And just like that, the Bucks have tied this. It took 1 minute and 31 seconds for the Buccaneers to tie this up in the third, and now it's a completely different game.
Whole different game here now. The Buccaneers 4-4 hockey game, and the puck goes all the way down. That's going to be icing on the Bucks.
Let's take a look at the first goal before we get lost here.
Yeah.
The first goal, the one Kiss scored off the back glass. Watch it here. Kiss. He turns at the high point. It shoots off the glass and in.
Yeah, see if we can go.
One more time. From the end zone here. We'll switch angles. Watch him one more time here.
Here we go. That'll be a good one.
Kiss shoots off the glass, off the back, and in. And that's what started the scoring for the Buccaneers just 14 seconds in. About a minute later, tie game thanks to Keaton Ori's, second point of the night.
Buccaneers with it down on their defensive side of the ice, sent over to the far side. Clark with it. Couldn't hang on to it. Back to the near side. Thorpe comes up with it. Off the right-hand corner. Team USA, and they're trying to dig it out too. Clark still trying to dig it out. Dyer in there. Back up to the point. Team USA shot on net, saved by Weilet. Team USA with it now off the half boards, down below the goal line, sitting on the near side. Searing pass, never made it. And the Buccaneers come up with Dyer over to Keevan. Keevan's trying to get it behind the defenseman. Shot up over the head of Slavic. Back out to the point. Burchill keeps it in. Keevan walks the blue line. Fires a shot. Save Slavic. A nice shot by Keevan. Fires a shot again. Peppenberg with a shot for the Buccaneers. Played on the near side. Allstead on the right, left-hand corner. Back out to Barn, and foot race coming back the other way. Here comes O'Neill back the other way for Team USA. Shot on net. Save by Weiland on a 1-on-0, coming back the opposite direction. Now the Buccaneers bring it up out of the zone. Allstead with it, up through center ice. Barnett plays it for Team USA. Sent over to the far side, off the half boards. All the way up through center ice. Bevenberg with it, leaves it there, top of the circle, fires the shot, goal. And Team USA makes it a 5-4 hockey game as number 11, Cole McKinney from Lake Forest, Illinois, makes it a 5-4 hockey game. Headed to University of Michigan in the Big Ten after his career here with Team USA. And just like that, 3 goals, 2 for the Buccaneers, 1 for Team USA, and just under the 4-minute mark into the third period.
Yeah, that's McKinney's second point of the night. They added a secondary assist to McKinney in on that Drew shot goal. So that's his second point, a goal and an assist for him. And at the whistle, I was going to get to the Bucks' second goal. I'll get to that real quick here. Grossclass and Ori each have 2-point nights. That's each of their first career 2-point or multi-point night in the USHL. So Ori a goal and assist, Grossclass 2 assists, and it's cool to see each of them have their first career multi-point game in the USHL.
Not icing here on the Buccaneers. 16:09 of the third. Left in the third. Face off to the glove side. Ardreski with the face off for the Buccaneers. Mooney with the face off for Team USA, and Buccaneers win the face off, sent over to the far side. Slinger picks it up for the Buccaneers. Up for Ori. Ori dumps it down in. Set up in behind the goaltender for Team USA. Back up through center ice. Ori with it. Back to play to Briskalov. Briskalov sets up. Full head of steam. Right up through the Buccaneer logo. Spins. Briskalov stays with it. Looking. Trying to wrap it around. Right out in front and just past Sillinger. And the Buccaneers play it to the far corner. On the right-hand corner, here comes Team USA up out of the zone, all the way down to the Buccaneer in the rink. Shot off the shoulder of Wylet, sent over to the far side, off the half boards, now off the end boards. Thorpe comes up with it for the Buccaneers. Thorpe stays with it, off the near boards by Theokis. Theokis sends it to the opposite side. Team USA comes up with it all the way down into the Buccaneer in the rink. Biedenberg with it. Plays it to the far side, up to Keevan. Keevan to Clark. Clark across the blue line and stayed on sides.
That was close.
That was very, very close. Barron comes up with it. Couldn't hang on to it. Team USA brings it all the way down to the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice. Theo Kiss tied up on the near side. Comes up with it to Clark. Clark plays it off the near boards. Spins. Couldn't hang on to it. Team USA not able to keep it in the zone as Keevan chips it up out of the zone all the way down. That came off the high glass and right onto the back shoulder of Wylet. We just about had the same shot that the Buccaneers scored on just a little bit ago to the opposite end. Played to the near side. Barron with it. Chips it down in the Buccaneers' offensive side of the ice. Buick, Kernan, Burchill, Ori, Zielinski out there for the Buccaneers. Team USA comes up with a long pass to the far side. Buick chasing after it, and that's going to be icing on Team USA.
Let's take a look at the Ori goal the Bucks scored here. Switch it over. I'm going to start here with the Brizgalov hit. It's going to happen right here. Brizgalov, boom, lays the body. Beautiful hit. Grossclass takes it in. Fire, rebound, Ori, big goal there, and Brizgalov, he was all smiles after making that hit that led to the goal, and that's a good example of lay the body, good things happen, and that happened there for the Bucks before the U18s regained the lead.
USA brings it down into the Buccaneer in the rink, picked off. Zielinski brings it back the other way. Zielinski to Kernan, to Burchill. Burchill across the blue line. Down in deep. Looked like Team USA wanted offsides there. Not going to get it. Burchill to the far side. And here comes Team USA up out of the zone with it. Down on the Buccaneers' defensive side of the ice. Good pressure by Ori. Nice back check by Ori to Kernan. Kernan here to Burchill. Back up through center ice. Dumps it down into Team USA, defensive side of the ice. USA picks it up in behind their own goal line, sent over to the far side, up through the left-hand circle for Team USA. Stewart keeps it alive, chips it all the way down. Played to the near side. Thorpe off the inboards. Grossloss in there too. Yadreski off the far boards. Team USA plays it, keeps it alive. Off the inboards. Thorpe, back to Thorpe. To the near side. Brizgalov. High pass up out of the zone. To the far side, up through the neutral zone. Boy, I thought the Buccaneers were offsides there. Team USA comes up with it and behind their own goaltender, played to the near side. Lindbergh sends it to the far side, back up through center ice. Moines has it for Team USA. He walks it in, left-hand side, walks it right out in front, shot on net, save, goal. And Moines just walks it in all by himself, gets it 5-hole underneath Weilet, and they make it a 6-4 game, 12:05 left in the third.
Great individual rush there by LJ Mooney. He's all by himself. Defenseman draped on him, and he just cuts back up in front of the net, shoves it 5-hole through Weilet, and this game really is shaping up to be a goaltender's worst nightmare.
Boy,
bunch of goals on relatively, I wouldn't say the most amount of shots in the game. You know, the Bucks have 15. They've scored 4 goals. U18s have 24. They scored 6. And Sequin Lascarbo is going to slot in for Max Weilet. And Weilet heading to the bench, shaking his head. And it's been a rough night. He's had a fantastic recent couple of games. And it's just not his night. And Sequin Lascarbo, who's going to finish the game for the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers with it. Buick has it in behind his own goaltender. Sequin Lascarbo in net for the Buccaneers now. Ori comes up with it. Boy. Back out in front. Well, Eliza, no penalties in this game so far. You don't see too many hockey games, no penalties at all, and then plus 10 goals on top of it. So, goal with it to the far side. Barron with it now. Just below the blue line, sends it to the far side. Clark chasing after it, trying to reach a stick out, couldn't do it. Here comes Team USA, full head of steam. McKinney with it for Team USA. Fires it off the glove, Sequin Lascarbo, and off the high glass, and we're going to get a media timeout. 11:15 of the third.
I think this break is a good time to catch up on what has happened in this third period so far. It's been packed full of action so far. We had a great start, a picture-perfect start for the Buccaneers. Theo Kiss, 14 seconds into the period. Extremely odd goal off the glass, back behind Slavic, off his back into the net. Clark with the assist, and then a minute and 15 seconds later, Keaton Ori off a gross cross pass, but you can't forget about the Brizgalov hit. It doesn't show up on the score sheet, but that hit led to the play, and gross cross shot, rebound to Ori, buries it, ties the game at 4 before Cole McKinney fired one on Weilet at the 3:37 mark. And once again, you could say that 2 minutes after the Ori goal, relatively quick, and that's 3 times tonight where you've had a goal scored within, 2 minutes of the Bucks scoring a goal of their own. And then LJ Mooney most recently, great solo rush, got it past Weilet, 5-hole. Jacob Plasnika with the only assist. And then after that Mooney goal, Sequin Lascarbo took Max Weilet's spot in net. Weilet on the bench now. Sequin Lascarbo will finish out the remainder of this game, and it makes you wonder, the game tomorrow, are the Buccaneers going to have Sequin Lascarbo in net tomorrow? Is Weilet going to be in the net tomorrow? Those are some questions that are left to be answered tomorrow, I guess.
Played on the near side. Buccaneers all the way up. A long pass up to Alstead. Foot race coming back the other way. Schultz with it for Team USA. Off the inboards. Played to the near side by Thorpe. Here comes Team USA up out of the zone with it. Played by Dyer. Kernan picks it up across the blue line. Buccaneers not out of it yet. Fires it, shot just through the paint. The Buccaneers get one back here, bring it within one. Shot on net, saved by Slavic.
Yeah, that was a good chance there, and I know I talked earlier about the amount of times the Bucks have seemingly, passed up a shot for a pass, looking for a better attempt. And I'd say that was a good play, looking for the wide open back door. There were two players there. Unfortunately, just goes to the crease. No sticks get on it for the Buccaneers, and offensive zone faceoff here.
Yeah, Dresky with the faceoff to the stick side of Slavic. Team USA wins the faceoff. They draw it to the far side, putting pressure on Ardreski, though, on the right-hand boards. Team USA comes up with it, up through the neutral zone. Buick picks it off, sends it back the other direction. Gross loss. There, Ardreski off the far boards, back out of the zone. Ori comes back up with it. Played to the near side, back up through center ice. Salinger with it, sends it down and deep. Gross lost chasing after left-hand side. Back out to Barron. Fires it, shot just goes wide of the goaltender, Slavic. Dresky with it down in the left-hand corner. Played by Kroll, bounces over his stick. Even picks it up in behind his own goaltender, played to the near side, all the way on the left-hand side, across the blue line, fires it, leaves it there for a kiss, back out to the blue line. Buccaneers got to come back and retrieve it. Even touches up. Buccaneers are safe to go back in, sends it down in deep. Icing waved off, played by Phillips, and Phillips able to clear it up out of the zone. Pick checked off by Dyer. And we're going to get the first penalty of the game. It took almost 51 minutes to get the first penalty of the game.
It's going to be Phillips for interference.
Phillips in going into the penalty box. Buccaneers be on the Little Debbie Snack Cake power play.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a scrum on the boards, and he just went in, knocked over Dyer, and, you could give Phillips some credit. You're 6'6", 227. Big guy. Give someone a shove, maybe a little stronger than think, knock over Dyer. I mean, he doesn't have the puck. That's going to be interference then. It took 50 minutes.
Yeah.
5-0
yeah.
to get the first penalty of the game. Once again,
Wow.
I brought up earlier, the USA development program and the USHL have the worst PK in the league, 68%. You could also take that little lightheartedly, knowing that the U17s and U18s combine it, so it's not all U18s. So we'll see how their PK holds up here.
Well, the Buccaneers get a power play goal here, make it within one, and we're back to a good game of hockey. Sent over to Keevan by Kernan. Clark out there too. Barron just below the blue line to the left-hand side to Kernan. He cycles back around, fires it in the left-hand corner to the left-hand boards. Barron to Kernan, top of the circle. Back to Kernan. Kernan leaves it there for Clark. Clark's trying to walk it in, trying to get the lane open. Played by Barron. Barron to Keevan. Below the blue line. Buccaneers yet to get a shot or a shot attempt at all. 20 seconds into the power play. Sent over to the far side to Keevan. Keevan down and deep to Ardreski. Back out to Keevan. Keevan right-hand side. Below the hash mark. Sent over to the far side to Clark. Team USA comes up with it. Damn it. Not even a shot on net there for the Buccaneers. Shorthanded try back the other way. Shot. Goal. Team USA with their 7th goal of the evening and a shorthanded goal. 7:53 of the third. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's just a frustrating one if you're the Bucks. You don't even get a shot attempt off. You pass around, cycle it around, and then you turn it over. You get a good try. on for the U18s, shorthanded goal, pass sequence Carbo, and the extra point is good for U18, 7-4.
Asher Burnett with the goal. Wilmette, Illinois. Buccaneers bring it back in. Shot by Slinger over to the far side. Team USA coming back the other way. Another shorthanded try. Top of the circle, brings it in. Fires a shot towards Cinco Escarbo. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Buccaneers. And this one might have just opened up a big old can of whoop ass on the Buccaneers tonight. Sent over to the far side. Zielinski with it off the half boards. Team USA clears it up out of the zone all the way down into the Buccaneer and the ring.
It looks like I don't think the Buckets are going to get a single shot on the power play.
Nope, not. Played to the near side. Buccaneers with it now. Beats off to Ori. To the far side. Team USA picks it up down the Buccaneers defensive side of the ice all the way up through center ice. And that's going to be icing waved off. Not sure why that got waved off, but the icing waved off. We're going to keep the clock going. We needed this Tuesday night. Burchill with it now, fires it towards the net, just went wide. Sent over to the far side, back out of the zone it comes. Team USA up out through center ice, across the blue line opposite direction. Shot on net, saved by Cinco Escarbo. 6:33 left in the third period, down by 3.
You know, it looks so promising for the Bucks. You were down 4-2 heading into the period. Within a minute and a half, you tied the game up, and now once again, it's the second time this game allowed 3 straight goals. So it's just rough for the Bucks. As you said, Asher Barnett with the goal, Will Moore with the assist, and if you're the U18s, you got to be pretty happy with how this game has turned out to be.
Face-off in front of the Cinco Escarbo. Kernan with the face-off, draws it to the far side, chips it down in the Bucks offensive side of the ice. Gross loss in there. Back up through center ice comes. Thorpe's chasing after it. Thorpe sets it up to the far side to Dyer. Dyer looking to get it to Birchill. Gross loss in there. Back up in the near side. Money has it for Team USA. He cycles right or back around, just about did a 360 around the Pepsi logo there, and we're going to get icing on Team USA. 5:59 of the third.
I think the best word to describe this game for the Bucks would just be frustrating. You know, you have 2 separate leads in this game, and then you go down 2, as I just mentioned, the whole shebang where you tie it up, then allow 3 straight. It's just frustrating for the Bucks, and you know, wonder what the mentality is, what the attitude is going to be heading into Lincoln to face a very good Stars team tomorrow night.
USA sends it down in deep, sent to the far side. Bettenberg chips it off the far boards all the way up, down into the Team USA, and O'Neill plays it back to Phillips. Phillips brings it up, and it's going to be a penalty on the Buccaneers. Ardreski, 2 minutes for tripping. The Buccaneers be on the Des Moines printing penalty kill here. 5:37 left in the third period. Team USA 7, Buccaneers 4.
And now you have to kill off the penalty, and you know, I wouldn't say all hope is necessarily lost for the Bucks to come back, but man, it would take a miracle at this point, and it's just frustrating, like I just mentioned, for the Bucks. That was their 4th shorthanded goal allowed at home this season. That's second most in the USHL. Granted, they're tied with 3 other teams, but still 4 shorthanded goals against at home this season. Only Green Bay has more with 5.
Team USA picks it up in behind their own goaltender, Slavic. Up through the right-hand side, down into the Buccaneer in the ring. Walks it all the way in. Shot deflected in front. Thorpe gets a piece of it. Back out to Money. Fires a shot off the goaltender's shoulder. Cinco Escarbo. Nice power play try by Team USA. Off the shoulder in the protective netting.
Well, also looking at this, the development program, I always have to say when I'm talking about them as a whole, because the U17s and U18 stats are combined, have the most road shorthanded goals for with 6, and now 7 on the season. So they're able to get the job done and not looking for a power play goal here.
Moning has it for Team USA, sends it to the right-hand side. Back out in front, high slot, top of the circle. Tried to tip it on net. Dyer gets a piece of it. Moning again with it. Fires a shot off the pads of Cinco Escarbo, and he keeps it a 7-4 hockey game. Back up, and Buccaneers able to clear it out. 1:08 left on the Des Moines penalty kill. 4:42 remaining in the third period. Buccaneers back in action next Friday night against Cedar Rapids Rough Riders here at home. And they'll get a three-game stay to finish out the season after they go to Lincoln tomorrow night. Long trip over there. Not going to be able to make that Lincoln trip. That's just a little bit too far. And got some family obligations tomorrow afternoon and just not going to make it work in the schedule. Team USA brings it in across the left-hand side. Plus, they do not have the best broadcasting area there for the away team at all. Been up in that far corner before to do the high school games.
That's another old arena, just
Very
like the
old.
old Buccaneer Arena.
Yep. Fun place to go to. Been around for a long time, but their lease is running out. I talked to the Lincoln team during the high school state tournament, and their lease is running out. They are going to have to find a new building to play in eventually. Fires it right out in front. Cinco Escarbo went down for the save. The puck never made it. Gardreski with it left-hand side down on the Buccaneers in the rink and shot on net. Slavic with the save. I think Lincoln's got, if I understood it right, 2 or 3 years still left on their lease.
The ice box.
At the ice box.
I'll have to go out there sometime. I've not had the chance to
Yeah, it's a
go out to
fun,
Lincoln yet, but
fun place to go to. A lot of good memories going over there. Made a lot of road trips over to Lincoln back in the day. Buccaneers with it back out to the blue line. And we're going to get
that is unnecessary.
another penalty
You're up
here.
3 goals with 3 minutes left, and you're going to cross-check someone in the face.
Yeah, they did.
Are you serious?
And then they
That's just a poor move, and Zielinski's down on the ice in some discomfort. You already lost Deladonna earlier in the game, and now you're going to cross-check somebody in the face when you're up 3 goals with 3 minutes left? That is just a great representation right there.
Zielinski up off the far boards.
I'm sure they got to review that.
Not sure if they're
Zielinski's in
going
some
to.
pain.
He is in some pain, but I don't see no blood or anything. And 2-minute
Casey
minor.
Mutrin going to the box. A 2-minute minor. I think I review this, and I believe they should.
Not sure if he's going to quite yet. Yeah, they are going to review it. So they are going to review it. Well, we were talking about Lincoln there, Eliza, while they're reviewing it, and see if you can pull it up. Went over there with a good friend of mine, a big, huge Nebraska Cornhusker guy. Yep, you got it up.
It's an unnecessary penalty that can cause harm. Watch Zielinski. Zielinski right there. It's long gone. He's going to throw it away. Right there. Up high. Head into the glass. Casey Mutrin. Maybe we can get a...
I don't know if we're going
I
to
could
change
switch the angle we're looking at it from.
This might be a little bit better angle.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it comes up
Boy,
high.
He does. That
Unnecessary.
One showed it there.
One more time.
That might be a 5-minute major.
I believe it should be. We'll get it one more time here. Zielinski with it.
Unsuccessful.
Wow. Let me look. One more.
Yeah.
There's Zielinski.
So all that did was cost the Buccaneers their timeout.
He
So
goes up. Right there. I don't know, if you ask me. You heard my opinion on it not that long ago.
We'll change subject here. When we were over Lincoln, we went over there with full Buccaneer gear on. My buddy was a huge Nebraska Cornhusker, is a Nebraska Cornhusker fan. Place was sold out. We couldn't get a ticket for nothing. We were trying to scalp a ticket. My buddy said, here, hang on to my Buccaneer jersey. He took his jersey off, had a Nebraska Cornhusker T-shirt on or something on underneath that, and within about 2 minutes, we had tickets to the game, and it was because he had Cornhusker stuff on, took his Buccaneer stuff off. So it was kind of funny, and we always talk about that. Shot on net save. 2 minutes for head contact. That's all he's going to get. And the Buccaneers power play unit out there. Kevin, Clark, Barron, and Kernan. The Buccaneers not with any shots on net the last power play.
And one shorthanded goal against, too.
Yeah, one shorthanded. I forgot about that. One shorthanded goal against.
You know, just looking at the comparison between the U18 and the U17 game going on right now. U18s have put up 7. The U17s have had 7 put up on them.
Oh,
so
wow.
Complete different scenarios.
Yep. Barron, back to Barron, to Kernan, to Kevin. Down in deep, Dresky. Back out to the far side. Kevin with it. Down in deep again. Dresky to Barron. Kevin shot.
Sequin Lascarbo got pulled, by the way. Extra attacker on.
Boy, yeah, I didn't even see that. Buccaneers, yeah. Well, they don't got nothing to lose.
6-on-4.
Hey, at least they put hard hit cross check into Dresky, and we're going to get another penalty here on Team USA. They need to just let Team USA touch the puck.
Yeah, let them touch.
There we go, and then the Buccaneers going to get it. It's going to be a
6-on-3.
6-on-3. I had to think there. I had to do my math there.
I have not seen that in a long, long time. That's Bracco going to the box. Boarded Yashevsky. Good to see Yashevsky okay. Zielinski's okay on the bench right now, but I just don't see the need to do the stuff like that. You're up 3 goals. There's no time left, and you're going to run guys from behind into the board. You're going to get up high in the face of Zielinski on that other play. Granted, in the official's eyes, it was a minor. You heard I disagreed with that. That happens.
Liza, we don't get you wound up very often. You're wound up. Buccaneers with it back to Barron. Fires it. Never made it. Kernan with it to Barron. 5-on-3 advantage. Well, actually 6-on-3 because we got an extra attacker out there. So we'll see what they can do here with 6 guys on the ice. Better there 3. Kernan to Kevin. Walks it right out. Shot. Never made it. Shot on net. Save. And going to have to race back.
10 seconds left on the initial penalty.
That was a nice save by Slavic. Sent over to the far side. Kernan with it. Kernan to the near side. Dresky. All right, Team USA, extra guy back out, another guy on the ice there, out of the penalty box. Buccaneers will finish this period on the power play unless something else happens. 1 minute remaining on the period. Barron with it down and deep, over to Theo Kiss. Theo Kiss to Kevin, back out to the point. Clark keeps it in at the blue line, leaves there by Barron. Barron to the near side shot, tic-tac-toe in front. And it never made it.
That's gone.
39.0 seconds left. Team USA with their second shorthanded goal on an empty netter.
Yeah, that's 2 shorthanded goals on the night. Granted, one is an empty net goal for the U18s, but once again, on that 5-on-3 opportunity, I guess 6-on-3 rather. Maybe 1 shot on net for the Buccaneers, 1-2 shots, and I'd say it's a rough power play night, it's a rough special teams night for the Buccaneers on the power play side of things. 2 shorthanded goals against, maybe 2 shots on net in a couple minutes of power play time. It's just been a rough outing for the Bucks power play tonight. 8-4 game, and I believe this is the most goals the Bucks have allowed all season. They had a couple of games of 7. I know against Dubuque early in the season. But I believe this is the most goals they've allowed this season in a single game.
Well, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. Get the Friday night game out of the way, and
The Bucks will be back in action
next
tomorrow.
Friday or tomorrow. Yes, in Lincoln.
We'll be back in action next
Friday against Cedar Rapids, Knoxville Raceway night. And then the following weekend, we'll finish out our season here at home on a 2-game stand.
Omaha and Sioux City.
Omaha and Sioux City. That Omaha game should be interesting. We'll get to see Frank.
Well, real quick, let's just talk about what happened in the third period.
Yeah, there you go. Real quick.
It started off good for the Bucks, as we talked about. Kiss from Clark 14 seconds in, then Ori followed it up just about a minute and 15 seconds later from Grossclass. And then 4 straight goals from the U18s. Cole McKinney, LJ Mooney, Asher Barnett, and Casey Mutrin. 2 shorthanded goals in there for the U18s, and it's just a disappointing, frustrating night for the Buccaneers. And you got to hope tomorrow night in Lincoln they can go in with their heads up high, even despite the result of what happened tonight, and hope for a different outcome.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Eliza Gallagher and Tony Scott here. Thanks for listening on YouTube. Thanks for watching on Flow Sports. Be back next Friday with Buccaneer action.